Dear brothers and sisters, the Third Secret of Fatima is one of the most disturbing mysteries of the Church. While it is true that Pope John Paul II made it public in 2000, there are many voices, even within the Church, who believe that what was revealed is only a part of the secret, and that the Virgin Mary had entrusted much more dire warnings to Sister Lucia. Let us not forget that the Third Secret, according to the instructions of the Virgin Mary, was supposed to be revealed in 1960. However, Pope John XXIII, after reading it, decided not to make it public. His successor, Pope Paul VI, expressed the desire to read it a week after his election, but he too, after reading it, chose not to disclose it. Even John Paul II read the secret. According to Joaquin Navarro Valls, he wanted to read it a few days after his election. However, he also preferred not to reveal anything. 3 popes have chosen not to disclose the secret, but what is written in it that is so terrible it cannot be made public? All these delays in its publication make it highly unlikely that the text of the Third Secret is solely what was disclosed by John Paul II in 2000. It is becoming increasingly clear that there is more to it, something that the Vatican keeps hidden. This hypothesis gains even more strength after the statements made by Benedict XVI in 2010, precisely in Portugal, at the very place of the apparitions. He publicly stated that anyone who thinks the prophetic mission of Fatima is over would be mistaken. But what does Benedict XVI refer to? And how could the prophetic mission of Fatima not have concluded if the Church officially considers the Third Secret to be related to the assassination attempt on John Paul II over 40 years ago? According to Father Alonso, the official archivist of Fatima for 16 years, the Third Secret contains even more unsettling truths. Father Alonso, as the archivist, had access to the documents and had the opportunity to personally interact with Sister Lucia herself. Before his passing, Father Alonso left us with some important considerations. In the period preceding the triumph of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, terrible events will occur. These events constitute the content of the third part of the secret. But what are these terrible things? According to Father Alonso, they are not wars, cataclysms, or political upheavals. The terrible things would happen within the Catholic Church itself. The text likely refers to the internal crisis of the Church and the behavior of its shepherds, particularly referring to the higher hierarchies of the Church, and possibly with specific references. In essence, the secret would refer to apostasy within the Church, the disappearance of true faith within the Church, the rejection of the Word of God in favor of other ideologies. It could allude to immoral behaviors that go against Catholic doctrine. The secret may pertain to conflicts within the Church, the disagreements that would lead to the fall of priests and religious individuals, including the highest Vatican hierarchies that could even involve the pontiff. Father Alonso's statements are quite severe and carry more weight considering that he had discussions with Sister Lucia before expressing them. In 2010, prior to his visit to Fatima, Benedict XVI made unsettling declarations. During those months, the Church was anguished by news from the United States, accusing the American Church of covering up thousands of cases of sexual abuse. Benedict XVI stated that the greatest persecution of the Church does not come from external enemies, but arises from sin within the Church itself. He emphasized that the Church deeply needs to relearn penance, to accept purification, and to understand the importance of both forgiveness and the necessity of justice. Evil, says Benedict XVI, attacks. It attacks from within and from without, but he assures that the forces of good are always present, and in the end, the Lord is stronger than evil. He states that the Virgin Mary is our visible motherly guarantee of God's goodness, which always has the final word in history. Benedict XVI made these statements in 2010 while on a flight to Fatima, implying that the secret of Fatima goes beyond the suffering revealed in the vision concerning John Paul II. It goes beyond and refers to the suffering of the Church caused by external attacks, but above all, by those that come from within. With these statements, Benedict XVI appears to have knowledge of details regarding the Third Secret that are not currently public. While the secrets may contain traces of external enemies to the Church, there is no trace of internal ones, at least in the text that the Church has decided to publish. Could there then be a part of the Third Secret that addresses the gravely crisis within the Church? Is it possible that there exists a revelation from the Madonna so precise that it has terrified the popes who have read it, even leading them to disobey the instructions given by the Madonna to Lucia regarding the disclosure of the Third Secret? Is the Catholic Church truly undergoing a profound passion that is shaking it from within with conflicts and loss of faith? Are some of the highest levels of the Vatican hierarchies truly embracing thoughts and ideologies that are distant and in contrast to the traditional doctrine of the Church? Certainly, in recent years, numerous scandals have come to light that have weakened the Church and seem to validate the possible words of the Madonna at Fatima. Dear brothers and sisters, the third secret of Fatima still remains a mystery. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel to not miss new videos, and become part of the community of faith and prayer. See you soon.